Hi, my name's Alan Rienstra. I'm the Director of Business Development for SDT International. We're a global leader in ultrasound testing and asset condition management. I'm also the author of Hear More, a guide for using ultrasound for leak detection and condition monitoring. My book was published by ReliabilityWeb.com Publishing. Today, we're going to look at a new concept for companies that want to implement world-class ultrasound programs. I call my concept Managed Ultrasound. Ultrasound has hundreds of useful applications in almost any industry. However, it's most often utilized for compressed air leak detection, vacuum leak detection, steam trap testing, valve bypass, bearing testing and bearing regreasing, electrical discharge such as arcing, tracking, and corona, as well as shell and tube heat exchanger testing. It is a useful troubleshooting technology and a powerful condition monitoring technology that most maintenance professionals find extremely useful. A world-class in-house ultrasound program always has the potential to deliver a fast return on your investment. Ultrasound's contributions to overall plant reliability are proven. It's earned its place as a key element of any asset condition management strategy. Many times it can pay for itself even after its first use. But achieving a world-class ultrasonic condition monitoring program is a journey that requires a huge commitment in both manpower and budget, and not just from maintenance. You see, reliability is a complex system that can be enabled or disabled by many different groups within your organization. Operations, purchasing, human resources, senior management, all these groups can contribute to reliability in a significant way. All these interests must be aligned for your ultrasound initiative to succeed and endure and provide the return on investment it's capable of. The triple threat to your success is lack of planning, inexperience, and leadership, all contributing to a resistance to drive culture change. With so much at stake, why is it that in-house asset condition monitoring strategies have a 70% failure rate? Managed Ultrasound by SDT addresses, corrects, and neutralizes these threats. Think back to the last time one of your critical assets let you down in the middle of a production run. It may have been months ago, and it could have been this morning. How did it make your team feel? Were they stressed, pressured, adrenaline rush? All of the above probably, but for all the wrong reasons. Reactive maintenance is a wasteful culture that celebrates and glorifies firefighting. We must all make firefighting a thing of the past. Managed Ultrasound provides your team with the leadership and experience to speed the velocity of culture change from reactive to proactive, to react on your terms and on your schedule. How is Managed Ultrasound different from the traditional B2B relationship? Well, some solution providers believe it's okay to just make the sale and maybe provide a little hand-holding. And you, the customer, well, you've been accepting this for as long as there's been salesmen. The salesperson is driven by commissions and quotas. They're programmed to get the order as quickly and cost-effectively as possible. Then, their search begins for the next opportunity. You've already accepted that you're going to have to go it alone and possibly live with some unfulfilled expectations. After all, that's defined the traditional supplier-customer relationship for more than 100 years. By SDT's definition, that's not how a true solutions provider should treat their customer. Managed Ultrasound by SDT represents a new approach known as B4B, Business for Business. It's the bridge that helps you plan, implement, and maintain your ultrasound program for life. Together, we create a strategy for success that's mapped to your outcomes. It is the bridge that helps you plan, implement, and maintain your ultrasound program for life. Together, we create a strategy for success that's mapped to your outcomes. With Managed Ultrasound, your entire ultrasound asset condition management strategy is supported by operations. In the old model, you spent huge amount of capital up front to invest in hardware and software. You had to allocate training funds to get your gurus up to speed. And in the beginning, you got some results. Your ultrasound equipment came out often. You found some air leaks, you tested some steam traps, you greased a few bearings, maybe you even found some electrical faults. But as time passed, the instrument became used less and less until it just became another flavor of the month. Remember that day that production called over and complained that the compressors were running flat out? There was talk about getting quotes from a compressor company to add more capacity. Then someone suggested, why not pull out the ultrasound and find some leaks? And that's what you did. After a 3-day survey and countless leak tags, enough leaks were found and fixed to get one of the compressors back to standby. Does this sound familiar to you? Do you consider this to be a successful solution to production's problem? It sounds kind of reactive to me. I mean, you invested all that capital in ultrasound equipment and training, but you didn't proactively go out and find leaks with any kind of consistency. These leaks were only found as a reaction to a complaint by production. No leadership, no planning, and certainly no culture change. Now imagine an ultrasound program where regular surveys of the compressed air system are planned and executed in small, manageable bites. Once per month, a portion of the plant is scanned and all the leaks are tagged and fixed. Not an overwhelming task at all, but a regular and proactive one that keeps production happy. The cost savings from your efficient compressed air system are realized every day of the year. There's less wear and tear on your compressors, and production guys are happy too. When you have managed ultrasound, this is how life will be, because it instills ownership for every stakeholder. Remember when that critical motor failed and took the feed pumps down with it? It heated up badly and the bearings seized up real tight. The damage was extensive. The motor was a complete write-off. Was it over-greased or not even greased at all? No one really knew until they did an autopsy, and that revealed over 12 cartridges of grease pumped into the windings of the motor. How often do we grease these motors, you ask the lube tech? I don't know, the PM calls for it once every week, so I imagine we're putting grease in it every 7 days. How much grease do you put in it, you ask him? I don't know. Maybe we should get out the ultrasound instrument and check the rest of the motors, he suggests. When we were trained last year, the manufacturer told us that we could use it for something like acoustic lubrication. So, okay, once again, this is a reactive response to the failure of a critical asset. Failures can't be the only trigger to reset your condition monitoring initiative. With managed ultrasound, it wouldn't be this way. Motor bearing condition is routinely monitored at planned intervals. Condition indicators trigger PMs for the lube techs, and the bearings are monitored with ultrasound as they're greased. Greased on time with just the right amount. A proactive approach to acoustic lubrication requires the experience, leadership, and planning only a managed ultrasound program can deliver, and SDT guarantees it. There are a lot of reasons to choose a managed approach for your ultrasound program. What about the reliability of your ultrasound equipment? Remember the last time you wanted to use your ultrasound instrument and the darn thing wouldn't switch on? But you need to use it now, you said. What hassles are you going to face next? Well, you've got to call the manufacturer and get a return authorization. Then you need to take it to shipping and receiving, package it up and ship it back. Now you're going to wait a day or two while the courier delivers it, and then your ultrasound company assesses the repair. They're going to send you a quote, and you take it back to your manager for approval. It might be more than your P card can handle, so now you've got to get purchasing involved. Finally, you get a purchase order from purchasing. You send that off to your ultrasound manufacturer and get the repair done. You could be 2 weeks without your ultrasound. Does this sound familiar? Isn't it frustrating? Managed ultrasound eliminates this frustration. It's a fact. Your ultrasound equipment will wear out. Your inspectors will break it, and from time to time it will need calibration, maintenance, and upkeep to stay working like new. This is called wear and tear, and it's perfectly normal. But it also carries a cost that's sometimes unpredictable. In a managed ultrasound program, it's all included in a 100% uptime guarantee. You use it, you break it, we fix it. No questions asked. You are never without your ultrasound equipment. Today's SCT ultrasound instruments are easy to use, but on the inside they're quite complex. SCT is continually improving the user's experience, adding new features while improving existing ones. Managed ultrasound means your assets are always loaded with the most recent firmware and software updates. Managed ultrasound provides worry-free service with no hidden or extra fees. It delivers predictable peace of mind at a predictable price with a predictable outcome. Perhaps one of the most frustrating aspects of technology is obsolescence. Is there anything worse than buying what you believed to be the latest and greatest next thing, only to find out that your vendor released the next generation instrument only a few months after you purchased this one? If you want access to those cool new features, you're going to have to dig back into your CapEx budget and invest in new technology. With managed ultrasound, buyer remorse and instrument obsolescence is eliminated. When a new generation instrument is released, you have the option. You want to swap out your old ultrasonic instrument and get the new one? Not a problem. Training on those new features and benefits is also included. SDT just made the word obsolescence, well, obsolete. Managed ultrasound represents a new way of thinking, to be sure. Even if you're already getting results from your ultrasound initiative, you know you can be doing better. As ultrasound testing takes its place as a key element of your asset condition management strategy, you know you need to do more, to hear more. Leaks, steam traps, and other low-hanging fruit, well, they've paved the way for you thus far. But there's a complexity layer to ultrasound that, if implemented properly, can deliver so much more. You know it, you want it, and we know how to help you implement it. What we are offering you is different. It's not another Me Too. There are Me Too salesmen calling and emailing you every minute of the day. They promise you user-friendly tools with results right out of the box. Training? No, you don't need it with our stuff, they say. Our stuff is user-friendly. These guys want to make a sale, not a relationship. But these Me Too guys discount the true value of leadership. Without leadership, there can be no culture change. Without leadership, there can be no reliability. What does the word reliability represent for you? Trust? Dependability? Faith? Some other word? Managed ultrasound offers something different. A new approach. A partnership which is only available when you pair yourself with an industry leader with a proven history of reliability and success. I want to bring synergy to your team. Your team's already strong. Our program is going to make it even stronger. We will give your team the ability to outperform even the best of its parts. You have lots of strengths and weaknesses in your vast organization. What you need to reach the next level is to develop synergistic relationships within the world of reliability. That is what SDT offers with managed ultrasound. It's new, it's different, and it's definitely not Me Too. With managed ultrasound, your success is our success, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I personally guarantee it.